So, five numbers you need to know about First United Methodist Church of Winter Park this week. And the first number is 408. 408, 408. Each week, on average, we have 408 views of our Sunday morning worship services. That's 408 computers or 408 houses. We don't know if it's one person or 7 people, but 408 viewers on YouTube, not on Facebook. Facebook people get on, look for just a minute or two, go on to the next, but YouTube, they get on average at least 25 to 30 minutes to watch our worship services. This is in addition to the 230 folks that are worshiping with us on average in person. So 408 folks, computers, houses, viewing online worship weekly this year. Second number, 41. Went to youth group on Sunday night. So, we're in transition, looking for a leader. We had 41 middle schoolers there, middle school students. It was outstanding. It was phenomenal. It was energy run amok. It was just wonderful, and I'm thrilled that we had 41 middle school students, even in this pandemic, even in this time of transition. And so I think there's good things ahead with that. And by the way, we just brought into town a finalist, and we'll rapidly be moving towards offering perhaps an offer to this person. What happens? We don't know. We're not at the finish line, but things continue to progress. And I just want you to know that good things are happening. 408, 41, 7. 7 is the next number. 7 is a number of counselors that we are speaking with about being a part of our 4 Pillars Counseling and Enrichment Center down at the Reeves campus. This is exciting. That ministry is truly a way to bring healing into our community. It's a tremendous resource and a great doorway into the church. If you think about the church and what we're doing and making disciples, that's our purpose. That's our mission, to make disciples for the transformation of the world. If you think about that as a process or formula, the input, the throughput, and the output. The input is us and our neighbors in the community. The output is disciples of Jesus Christ. And the throughput, think of it as a giant funnel that kind of starts open and moves to the end. And every ministry in the church has a place on that funnel. It's a part of that funnel. And each part is valuable. You have to have an open end, a wide net at the beginning of that ministry to draw people in. You have to have the kind of the short, small end to deal with discipling. And the Counseling and Enrichment Center is part of that wide end ministry that draws people into the kingdom of God. And so super excited that we have some traction and are looking to start adding counselors to that ministry. So keep that ministry in your prayers and see where we go in the coming weeks. 408 online views of worship each week. 41 middle school students at youth group this past Sunday. 7 counselors we're speaking to about the 4 Pillars Counseling and Enrichment Center. 23. 23 is a number of small groups and classes that are currently being offered at First United Methodist Church. 11 of those groups and classes are open, meaning that they are looking for new folks to join them, that anybody is welcome to come to them. 12 are what we call closed groups. They're groups that have kind of settled into who's going to be in it, and they're not terribly in a place where they could invite others in. They could, but they're not really looking for that. But 11 are, and so there are a number of things happening with that. 23 is the number of small groups. 408, 41, 7, 23. Final number is 98,000. 98,000 is the amount of our offering that we're behind for the first 8 months of the year. That is 98,000 in the area of our pledged and our unpledged giving, our open offering plate. Now this is somewhat to be expected because we are not yet back fully from the pandemic, and so our offering plate being passed is not going to be where we thought we would be. We set the budget last year, thought by now we'd be through some of this pandemic stuff. About the way it works, it's about 8%. We're about 8% behind on our offering. So we want to pay close attention to that. That's something to be mindful of, something to be, mildly concerned about. The pledging giving is still 3% ahead. It's the unpledged offering plate. And so please be thinking about that, prayerfully considering that as we carefully monitor what's happening with our finances. So 408 weekly views in worship, 41 middle school students, 7 counselors we're in conversation with, 23 small groups and classes, and $98,000 we want to make up on our income. Those are the 5 numbers you need to know. Now you know. I'll see you at church.